Yo, what's up guys? Coach Nate with a little training tip for you on this lovely Wednesday morning. So I was having a conversation with Chase. Shout out to Chase. You brought the motivation for the video today. But we were talking about the RPE scale and training hard and what that looks like. So here is my challenge and tip for you today. My challenge is for you to train harder. I think so I've been lifting now for 13 years, and I remember, especially like those first 5 years or so, just every 6 months, I felt like I could train a little bit harder and a little bit harder. And I was always a little surprised at how much harder I could train. Like I would think, I trained pretty hard. And then 6 months later, I found, wow, I can push myself even more than I realized. And so my challenge to you is, first, let me just say, congrats, you're doing a fantastic job simply for the fact that you're taking this journey and working on bettering yourself and becoming stronger, because becoming stronger will change every aspect of your life. So just had to start with that. You're doing a fantastic job. But the second thing is an encouragement, a challenge to push harder. And let's specifically talk about RPE here for a second. RPE, don't forget, this is not about, like a 7 out of 10 RPE does not mean a 7 out of 10 effort. It means, it being at 7, you have 3 reps left in the tank. That's a really hard set. An 8 is not an 8 out of 10 effort. It's 2 reps left in the tank. That's really hard. Okay, a 9 means 1 rep left in the tank. That's super hard, okay? And then a 10 means you ain't got nothing left in the tank. The tank is completely empty. You cannot get another rep no matter how bad you want it and how hard you try. Okay, that's called hitting mechanical failure. When you are pushing the weight, let me back it up. I guess an 11 would be mechanical failure, where you are pushing and you literally, no matter how psyched up you are, how strong you're pushing, you cannot move the weight. You're stuck. You have to go back down. You need someone to spot you and save your life. That is an 11, which means a 10 could look like this. Just like that. Okay, that could be what your 10 looks like, okay? And so a 9 could look like this. I could have done one more rep like that. And so here's my point with all of this. It's not just some theatrics and to be dramatic and silly. It's serious in that go find out what a true RPE 9 is. And if you accidentally hit an RPE 10, it's all good. You're going to be okay. In fact, you might be better for it. Because remember, part of the reason that we're doing the RPE scale, there's 2 main reasons. The main reason is that it allows us to create workouts that we want. There is a difference between an RPE 5 and a 7 and a 9 and a 10. And so we want to be able to use each of those and create a different stimulus with each workout with varying RPE numbers. Hayden is doing an amazing job with that. There is a method to the madness with all the changing RPE numbers. But the second reason is to close the gap between what you think your RPE is and what your RPE actually is. Because what happens when you first start, you think you're training hard, and you are. You're training harder than you ever have. You're doing an amazing job. But I'm just here to tell you, we're not going to leave you there. You're capable of even more than you realize, even more than you're currently doing. And so I want you to push. I want you to push yourself and find out what an RPE 8, what an RPE 9 truly feels like. I want you to know what it feels like to truly only have 2 reps, 1 reps, 0 reps left in the tank. And look, if that means you need to grab a spotter, grab a spotter. And of course, let me just say, you're only going to do this on movements that you feel really good about, movements that you have the form down pat, not movements that you're struggling with. Of course, if you're experiencing any pain, joint pain, we got to fix that. So those would be movements you would not do this on. But if you're moving well on any given exercise, push it and really find out. Don't just hey, I did 20 pounds last time, so I'm gonna try to do 20 pounds. You might find that you can do freaking 35 pounds. And if you can do 35 pounds, what are you doing wasting your time with the 20s? That's what I'm here to say. A little rant and ramble for you on this Wednesday morning. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you in the gym.